Muskego Norway School District, part of our virtual career fair this year, is we want to talk to some of the larger business partners in the state of Wisconsin. So that you can see the opportunities that are here in our backyard. So whatever career you pursue, there might be opportunities with some national, regional, worldwide partners that are right here in your backyard. Today, I want to introduce to you Phil Langford from Northwestern Mutual, who's going to talk to us a little bit about Northwestern Mutual as a company as a whole. Phil, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's a wonderful afternoon, and thanks for having me.
So, Phil, the first question I want to talk to you about for Northwestern Mutual and kind of helping our students and families understand about a little more about the company is who is Northwestern Mutual on a regional stage, a national, and a worldwide stage?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great question. Most people in the area are probably at least somewhat familiar with Northwestern Mutual. We've been in Milwaukee for over 160 years. So really a long-standing organization with Midwest Milwaukee roots, and have been able to kind of continue to reinvent ourselves over and over again over that time period to stay relevant within the financial market. And nationally, we're one of the top life insurers in the world. We're number 102 on the Fortune 500 list. We are not a global company, so all of our clients reside within the United States, and that's the scale of our operations. But also one of the most admired and well-known life insurances companies and financial companies across America.
So, Phil, you kind of started to lead into my next question, but what is Northwestern Mutual's kind of company niche?
Yeah, so we really grew up on life insurance, but we've become so much more than that. And really, we have a goal of helping families across America reach financial security, bottom line. From world-class life insurance, disability insurance products, as well as really strong investment products, and really backed by a foundation of a strong financial planning philosophy. So, financial security can mean so many different things to so many different people, but really helping America achieve their financial dreams. One more thing to add there too, something that's pretty interesting about Northwestern Mutual. We are a mutual company, which means we're really owned by our policyholders and the clients who own our products, which means, we're not serving to Wall Street. We don't have to make a quarterly benchmark. We're not making short-term decisions. We're making long-term decisions in the best interest of our clients and our policyholders, and doing everything possible to make sure that we're returning the highest possible value and return back to those clients. So pretty interesting in terms of the marketplace and the decisions that we're able to make sure that we're here around for another 160 years.
So, Phil, one of the reasons we're doing this is kind of career awareness, career exploration, trying to help support our talent and potential opportunities. So, you talked about Northwestern Mutual. I heard you say finance, life insurance, stuff like that. So, if I'm a student going through high school looking for a potential career, is the financial sector industry the only job or career clusters that Northwestern Mutual has, or is there more to it? Are there more opportunities to work for Northwestern Mutual besides just the financial portion?
Yeah, finance is obviously a major part of our business, from investment specialists to underwriters, actuarial science. There's a lot that goes into us building our, top products that are going to ultimately provide clients the best possible returns with the right levels of risk that they're looking for. And so there's so many different roles and career clusters that are supported by that. But something that a lot of people don't know, and I actually sit within technology, but technology is actually the largest function within Northwestern Mutual. It's about a third of the company now. And we're really, driving forward the technology that is leading our company strategy forward. So a lot of people might not think of a vintage, established, strong financial company as being a tech company, but that's a significant part of the number of roles that we have there as well too. From software engineering to the data science space to artificial intelligence cybersecurity. I mean, nothing's more important than our clients' data and keeping that protected. And we're all about long-term relationships. Our average customer is with us as a client and a partner for over 43 years. So that's a really strong and long relationship, and making sure that we're supporting all the things that person needs throughout that relationship. Um, Pure business management and administration, marketing and sales and servicing, art, communications. There's really a lot of different clusters that we would touch on in some way, with varying levels of opportunities in each one of those.
Phil, that's just it's cool to hear as you start talking about a financial firm or financial institution having IT and all these other opportunities for students to work. I was trying to keep up with all the things you were listing off, but there's 16 career clusters. I think you've hit on at least 50% of them, just saying what you have as opportunities there. So as I'm hearing you talk about Northwestern Mutual, and we're talking about different career clusters are supported. So specifically like job types, what level of degree or education would students need to obtain to find entry level, mid level, or even executive type positions within Northwestern Mutual?
Yeah, it's a great question. What I would say is for mid to senior level positions, a 4-year degree is desired in many cases. For more senior or executive level positions, they're often looking for a master's degree or a significant amount of requisite experience in those spaces. So I will say not all of our executive leaders have gone through that much schooling, but it's often the case. One of the things that I would say is a little bit more unique is, it's not always expecting or requiring a 4-year degree to get a job at companies anymore. And I'll point to technology specifically because that's where I have the most history. But a 2-year degree, even job changers or career changers or using technical boot camps, all of those are avenues that we've brought talent into the organization through as well too. But it always comes down to, what is that experience level that you have? Are you somebody that, you love what you're doing, you love the work, you love learning what's going on and what's coming next? You're doing it in your free time because you really enjoy it and have a passion about your job. You're probably going to have that experience whether you went to a 4-year school or a 2-year school or another avenue. So it is across the board, but those are a few examples.
It's awesome. A lot of just different opportunities, different backgrounds to get experience. So the next question I want to ask you kind of comes down to the company itself. And what is the company's culture? Can you explain a little bit about that? I know the research I do often is company culture is becoming one of the main things that help attract and retain employees. So what is Northwestern Mutual's like?
Yeah, and I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but we are a heavily customer focused, client focused company. And our mutuality allows us to have a very long-term view, and everything we drive back to is are we doing the right thing and making the right decisions? And it's great to be able to be at a company that has that perspective and is always looking for the right thing to do. A few other aspects about our culture that I don't know that everybody would be familiar with is, we're heavily focused on the community, both in Milwaukee and beyond, and the type of impact that we believe we need to have, being an important company in the region. We've donated over $20 million to childhood cancer research. We have a number of investments within the local education system, as well as supporting a number of different neighborhoods across the Milwaukee area as well too. And we want to make sure that the communities that we live and operate in are well supported and sustaining and providing a path for the future. I would also say collaboration is a huge part of what we do, as well as making sure that you can come to NM and have a lifetime of opportunity to make an impact. That's not always what everybody's looking for, but I've been with NM 16 years and have changed roles or moved levels or worked in a different area probably every 2 to 3 years. So it's really exciting to be able to do that, keep myself learning, keep myself growing, continuing to stay relevant in the marketplace. And I would say, we're expecting to be a world class company, but on a national operating scale.
And I would just like to mirror and thank you and Northwestern Mutual for the partnerships. You talked about being involved in the community and helping out. I know you and other individuals that I've worked with from Northwestern Mutual, even down to their actuary science day that they offer every year, have always been just more than willing to connect with students to help them kind of figure out their career path. So I just want to compliment you guys and what you do there. The next question I kind of want to talk to you. So I'm a high school student. I'm trying to figure out my career and the next steps that I want to do. If I find Northwestern Mutual or the potential careers that Northwestern Mutual supports as a potential career opportunity, what type of pay ranges could a student expect to see if they were to come into a company like this?
Yeah, and I'd say we are very in line with the market across the Midwest from a pay range perspective, as well as providing significant benefits from a 401k perspective, as well as ample time off, even still have a pension program as well too. What I would say is, especially within the tech area, and I kind of looked at some numbers from a financial perspective too, the median range would probably be in the 90K range. That could be, as low as 50 to 60K up to the mid hundreds. And certainly as you move up from a leadership or executive perspective, those numbers can grow significantly. Also, Northwestern Mutual has, in addition to our home office, we have offices across the country where our financial advisors, are a part of our exclusive distribution system. They are not actually employees, but they are the ones that are connecting clients to our products. And, very, very similar opportunities. But as you can continue to grow your business, just a tremendous amount of opportunity to have a family life sustaining job.
I think it's really cool. And one thing to hit on is you work with bigger partners such as Northwestern Mutual. You have just a lot of opportunities to grow. You kind of talked about the median, the top end, down to the middle or lower ends, but there's just those opportunities to continue to accelerate your career however you see fit. So I think that's really nice. You talked about across the Midwest. You talked about nationally, Northwestern Mutual, what they look like. What are the locations, or where could a student expect to work if they got a job with Northwestern Mutuals? Are they looking at big cities only, small cities? Yeah, where are they looking to work?
Yeah, if you land on the financial advising side, there are probably over 190 or so offices across the U.S. So every major minor city. Our headquarters are based in Milwaukee. We also have a significant office space in Franklin, Wisconsin. We also have a New York office, as well as a small software development group within Minneapolis as well too. Those are the four main buildings. And again, as things continue on, we've been working remotely for just about a year now. So that's going to continue to work, create remote opportunities as well too.
Just to kind of highlight what you said there too, the headquarters of Northwestern Mutual is right here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, right?
Yep, Milwaukee, and then a good office in New York as well too.
So definitely for our students looking for opportunities, there's companies right here in your backyard with opportunities to maybe go out to a coast and grow your career there as well. Phil, I appreciate your time. Is there anything else that you would just like to hit on for students, for families? Is there exploring careers that you'd like to just touch base on with Northwestern Mutual that would be good information to know?
I would say, make sure that you're able to do quite a bit of your own research. There's so many avenues and venues to learn information about, the types of companies and the types of roles. What I would say is the Milwaukee area has one of the largest like centralizations of Fortune 1000 companies across the U.S. Milwaukee is an up and coming market from both a technology perspective, but the amount of economic investment and reinvestment into the city has been significant. And there's a lot of really strong bright spots in our own backyard, and a lot of reasons to stay in the Midwest, both from the opportunity from even starting a business from an entrepreneurship perspective, or from a philanthropic perspective, or working for a large scale company. So there's so much opportunity here, and definitely dig in and check it out.
Phil, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks.